watch these if you need to. Okay, so conference was absolutely awesome. Jenny knows, she went with me, and it was exactly what I needed for what I was going through at that time. And so I wanted to share everything that I learned, and then if you guys have questions afterwards, I can kind of do more one-on-one training with you guys. So I have notes everywhere because there was so much information. I told Jenny, I'm probably going to get overloaded at some point, but I figured we'd start somewhere. So I thought the coolest thing was how our CEO basically simplified charting. And to me, if you guys agree, charting was very difficult for me. I was very disoriented sometimes when it came to charting. And so I'm going to show you what's changed. If you haven't seen it already, I think both of you have seen the Ruby chart, the original one. The original one had 5 legs. So we would have to enroll 5 distributors to be able to build volume under them to promote. Well, this is what the new one looks like. So it's literally simplified to 3 people. And they brought out a really cool thing that I appreciated, and it was there's power in 3s, whether it's 3 distributors, 3 in life, like a threefold cord marriage is hard to break apart. So I really applied that and thought, when you have 3, that's your strongest link. So I thought it was very cool that they brought that up, the company did, and I thought, why don't apply it? So basically with this, what we see is that we'll need 3 DTs, and then the volume under each one needs to total 2,000 body volume. So we kind of know how that goes. We have to calculate it when our LCs get enrolled at the end of the month to know if we qualify for Ruby or not. So I thought that this was so neat. And every chart after Ruby is 3s, 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 3s. So with emeralds, this is what the old emerald used to look like. So we would need 4 going across, and then of course everything from your downline. The new one, not only do we need 3, of course, there, but our pay went up. So the pay went from $794 on average a month to $939. So that's more than $100 pay raise just by changing it up and simplifying it. So it's almost like, not that we're working less, we're working smarter. And then same thing with Diamond. I'm not going to show it because I know it kind of comes up backwards, but the pay went from $19.92 to $20.22. Same thing, 3 distributors across. I just think that's so cool. So it's going to be a lot easier for us to promote with those simplified charts. I think it's easier to look at. It's just a whole lot easier. Okay, so and there's no more executive too. So last year we had that rank. It was, I think, on average $232 a month, but we don't have that anymore because so many people are wanting to make more. So what the CEO has done and the whole company, they've provided Ruby as your first promotion. So making, what is it, 500 or 497 a month. And then right now we have that guaranteed bonus. So anybody that has enrolled starting at the beginning of the year until March 31st can get that $1,000 bonus if they promote to Ruby. And then if they promote to Emerald, they get $3,000. And that's that guaranteed bonus that I'm sure you guys have heard about. And there's some qualifications that has to be met for the company to pay the deficit, if that makes sense. So if someone makes close to 1,000 but not quite there, but they meet all the requirements, the company is paying them the rest. So I think that's so cool. Okay, so the bonus aspect of it, the guarantee bonus, as well as the first time promotion to Diamond, which all of this ends March 31st. So the promotion ends March 31st at midnight. So if you promote to Diamond, and all of us have not been Diamond yet, it's a $10,000 bonus. $10,000. So what I want you guys to do, if you guys have your notepads, is to write down what you would do with 3 things that you would use that $1,000 bonus for. 3 things. It can be anything. Think outside the box, think big, but what would you do with $1,000? And what would you do with 3? And then what would you do with 10? Because I want us to start thinking bigger. I don't want us to think small-minded, which is kind of how I've been thinking lately ever since pretty much I joined. So I want to think outside the box. I want to think more, bigger, not just for us selfishly, but for our teams. Like once I know what you guys want, that's going to drive me and motivate me so much more to like push for you guys. So I think that's a huge thing that we all need to work on, is thinking outside the box. Okay, so let's see what this says. If you guys have any questions that pertains to like promotions, products, like what's the time frame on this, when does that expire, document library in your eSuite is literally going to be the go-to. That's where I get my answers. That's where Jenny gets her answers, top leaders, everyone. And the reason why is because whenever anything launches, it's going to give us all the information. So if it's about a bonus, it's going to give you the FAQ and answer all your questions that you're going to have anyways. So reading those and getting familiar with it is only going to help you become a leader. Because once you know those answers, if you have a new distributor asking questions, you're going to be able to help them. So document library is like seriously the go-to. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm nervous. There's just like 3 of you guys and I'm like shaking. Okay.
I can say something. With document library in your eSuite, you are a business owner, so you have the responsibility to look at that information. Because when you start helping other people on your team, you're going to teach them to do that too, because they're business owners. So pretty much, you know, your own independent distributor. So you have to also look at the back office and make sure, you know the details yourself also. That's what I just wanted to add.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, it's so true. And the more you know, the more you grow. And how many times we hear that at conference? It's almost like you're going to get information from other people, but once you take accountability for yourself, your team, it's going to empower you. And you're going to feel like you deserve it because you took the time to read it, to apply it, and then to share it. So I love that. Okay. I've not really talked about this that much. This is my really first time doing like a team Zoom. But I want to talk about getting distributors, getting loyal customers, and auto shipment, because I think that that's at first something that is mandatory with all the top leaders. Everything that they talk about is when that when that distributor enrolls, they get them messaging, they get them talking to people, and that's how they grow their business. That's how they get to know their business, the company, and everything. So what a lot of people are doing now, because Instagram, I'm not sure about Facebook. Well, I guess Facebook Messenger is, we can send voice messages now and we can make it really personal. And that's how we're going to stand out. So many people are in this business and they're just doing the message thing. I'm guilty of that. And they're not standing out. They're just seeming like a cold messenger. So I think what's nice is to initiate a conversation with someone, and you can send your initial message, but then start using that voice message function. And it's awkward at first. It's very uncomfortable. Like we all have that issue, but now at this time in the business, there's so many things at stake that we can take advantage of, like the bonuses, where we need to get out of this box, get out of this comfort zone. And when we do get out of that comfort zone, we are going to soar. So voice messaging, things like that is going to help other people view you as you're taking it seriously enough that you want to learn about that person. I think texting, it can kind of be like a mask for insecurities. And me, myself, I'm talking about myself and I'm getting over that hump. So I think it's really, really great if you can do that for your business. Another thing too is do whatever it takes to be approachable. I can't remember exactly who it was, and Jenny might remember, but there was someone that was talking about how we're exclusive and we need to portray that. We don't need to be like an open 24/7 7-Eleven. We're like, our time is precious. What we offer is precious. What we want to put out there is precious. And so you don't want to just be, I don't really know how to say it other than that, like, we're just like Walmart kind of thing. I mean, we want to be available, but we want to be exclusive. So doing whatever it takes to be approachable, to be appealing, sometimes our stories, if we're in a rush, we can copy and paste stuff. We can get stuff from Pinterest, but I like trying to make my own stories, create something that looks genuine, and that will make you stand out and look approachable as well. Another thing about going live, it's so awkward, but I'm really going to start stepping up and doing more lives, not just about the business, but just about random stuff, like putting on my makeup, showing people like I don't know, just anything to put myself out there and to be approachable. Okay. So I don't know if you guys heard, but our company is going to start having samples, and they're really cute. They're really professional looking, and basically they're going to be available for us to send to our loyal customers and people that are like on the fence. Here, send them a sample. There's not really a whole lot of information about that, but I just wanted to pass that on to see if you guys had heard of that. And then, of course, I'm sure you heard about the 3 new products. Hydrate, which is a amped up Gatorade. I mean, it's the coolest thing. It's in a packet like the Keto Energy. You add it to water, you shake it up, and you drink it. It's great for like if you've drank too much, if you are going to the gym, or if you're just busy and you need like nutrients and hydration. And then we have the Keurig Keto Coffee Pods that come in caramel, salted caramel. What's cool about the Keto Coffee Pods, I guess they're called K-Pods, you can literally take the lid off and mix it up like it's a packet of coffee. You don't have to have a Keurig necessarily. So if someone's like salted caramel obsessed, they can use it just like the Keto Coffee packets. And then the chocolate greens on the go. So I'm so excited. Jenny and I talked about this because we can start creating sample, I guess like sample packs. So like you can, create a little sample pack or whatever and send it to your potentials that are once again on the fence about this whole keto coffee craze. So I love, love, love that. Going back to the auto ship. Go ahead, Jenny.
At conference, they said what you can do for the greens on the go and the keto coffee. You can sell 4 keto coffee samples and 2 chocolate greens on the go for $20. But I would do 25 because of shipping. But that's like a way, and then you can just put it in a cute little bag that you can get from the dollar store, put a little ribbon on it to make it look special. I really think amping up our sending samples should, be implemented. I don't know how to say that word, but just to make it look like they're special and they're, someone.
Yeah, and to kind of go back on the duo. I don't know if you guys have tried keto coffee by itself, but I'm not a fan of just keto coffee. Are you guys? I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't know. It has a taste to it. Y'all are like, no. With the greens, it is totally different. If you have it hot, it's like a hot chocolate. If you have it iced, it's like chocolate milk. And so I think selling those as samples, if you haven't sold samples yet, utilize that. Utilize either making your auto shipment part of selling samples, or try to purchase other products to put it out there for people that are on the fence. I've done that more now than I ever have. And when I follow up, because the fortune's in the follow-up, I'm getting more customers from the samples. Jenny's real good about sending samples too, and she can agree, I know that, but now it's even better because of the greens, because we can throw that in there too. Okay, so when we talk about the fortune is in the follow-up, a lot of this goes back to being organized. And because we're business owners, we have to have organization. I mean, you can't go anywhere and a business not have a computer or a system to organize and function. And that's what we need to do. We have to take it on ourselves to be that organization. And you can't look to your leader or the top leaders to do it for you. We have to do it. So I've invested in a planner, and in my planner, I have old charts in here I need to get rid of now. It's hard to see, but I have people every day to follow up with. If I don't have a person one day and I'm kind of looking ahead, I'm kind of worried because I'm like, I didn't do something and I dropped the ball. And so these planners come in handy when you least expect it. And when someone's not ready to purchase and you ask them, when will you be? Write down, if they say, oh, I think like 2 Fridays from now or whatever, figure out what that date is, write it down, follow up with them at 9 a.m. Like make it early in the day. Don't wait till the very end. Make it early, because when their paycheck hits, they're either going to spend it or it's already going to be spoken for in some way or another. So try to do that. And then if you guys follow up, and then of course, like that follow-up day comes, you're excited because you're thinking you're getting a customer and they don't join or they don't sign up or purchase product, you're going to ask again, when will you be ready? We have to be exclusive. So we have to make sure that what we're talking about or what we're putting out there is like urgency. We are, how did I say it? We put out there that we're confident, we're passionate, but we're also trying to get urgency. So are you going to say something, Jenny?
And also, don't be scared to follow up with them, and don't feel like you're bugging, because they already told you what they were interested in. So that's what you're going off of, and you know that they're interested in that product. So just don't feel like you're being overwhelming. And if you send like 10 messages, like keep doing it, because maybe at the 21st time they're going to order from you. And I can speak for myself, that's happened after like the 25th time. So just keep messaging and keep following up with them.
Yeah, and sometimes they're not ghosting you because they don't want it. It's like I had a girl today. She's like, I seriously want this so much, but I literally cannot. Like, we cannot afford this, that, and the other. And it's like essential things they can't afford. So I don't take that personal, and neither should you guys. And along with what Jenny said about continuously following up, it's not the second time that they're going to sign up. If you follow up 2 times, no, I forget the number exactly, but it's like anywhere from like 7 to like 20 something times, or 30, 21, 7 to 21 follow-ups. And that's you reaching out to them. That's not them approaching you. It's you messaging, voice messaging, whatever. So, and that's where the fortune is. If we don't keep up with anybody, we're just going to keep messaging new people and starting that cycle over, starting the cycle of all these new people. I'm not following up with anyone. Let me send out my 25 messages to new people. And you're just going to not get anywhere, basically. Okay, so, and you guys know now that we have 2 apps. The functioning apps that we have are It Works Connect, which is so cool for people that maybe don't have computers, because you can access everything through this app as a distributor. You can access every little customer. You can access every purchase that they've made. I mean, so on and so forth. And it's very user-friendly, and they're improving that. And then we also have the Live Fit app. So that's the one that we can give others the link to. It's totally free, and they can get free product. They can access our store and see everything, basically every product that we have. So those 2 are the apps. If you don't have them, please download them. It's going to change the game. And with It Works Connect, we can text message, follow up, do everything with our potentials through the app. So for me, on my phone, I have everyone that I know saved in my contacts. You can't really see. I have everyone saved in my contacts, but what It Works Connect does is it links your eSuite to that app to where everything's there. So it's very easy. And if you guys need help with training, there are some videos out about how to use that app. I'll try to find them. I don't know where it is, but I'll try to find it so you guys can see what that's all about. Okay, this is a really cool thing too. I have like tips everywhere. Let me see. Go back to REL and see what I didn't do at conferences. I didn't take notes, but my friend did, so I'm using all of her notes too. One thing that we can be thinking about too with our business, if you're wanting to boom, if you're wanting to promote, you maybe want to get there fast, we've got to once again stand out. So one thing we can ask ourselves is, how are we going above and beyond? How are we standing out? If you think of the number one place that just stands out in your mind, that when you went there or you got something, you purchased something, what impressed you most? Okay. Here's some things that we can do to stand out. And that's one, carrying samples. So if you don't have products in your auto shipment, that auto shipment is not just beneficial for you to just buy products. And that's not what the mentality should be. It should really be, how are these things going to help me with my business? Trying products and being a product of the product, loving it, is going to help you talk to people. It's going to help you know what's in that product. Buying something in your auto shipment, if you want to use those as samples, you're going to be able to send samples and turn this person into a customer. And so that's what the auto shipment mindset should be. It shouldn't be, to work this business, you need to buy products so that you can make money. That is just so backwards. And I really have understood that more so now than ever before. I thought, like, I'm just buying products so I can get paid. No, like, I see it now, like, people at conference, when they love products, they loved them. Like, we're so passionate about it. And I think that's the key. If you see someone passionate, like, you want what they have, no matter what it is. And so for me, I was really, really, like, my eyes were opened whenever they said that. I was like, okay, that's exactly what auto shipment's for. It's not to get paid, it's to help others. So in standing out, we can carry samples, and not just to give them away. It's to truly help people sell them on the spot and get that fast cash. And that's another way to make money. Even if you have a keto, like I have in my purse, Keto Energy, greens on the go, berry flavored. And what else did I have? I think I had keto coffee at some point. I thought I had something else, but keto coffee at some point because I was just like on the go, wanted it. And I sold a keto energy for $2. And it doesn't seem like that much, but whenever you have their number in your phone, there's a potential. You got $2, but later on you might get 30 from an auto shipment on their behalf. So another thing that I have, I don't carry it right now, but I think I'm going to, is a used wrap. So when someone has, if you have one of these guys, awesome. If not, it's basically a lanyard. You can wear it or you can dangle it off your purse, and it's laminated business cards and a keto coffee like packet. If someone looks at this and they're like, what the heck is that patch on that stomach? You can basically have that used wrap in your in your bag, and you can show them like how to put it on. You can talk to them, you can interact, make it a little bit easier for someone in person, not for you just to blitz and to talk, but for you to actually show them like what this cloth is and then tell them what it is or what it does. So those are some ways that we can kind of go above and beyond. We are in competition with other distributors. As supportive and awesome as this company is, if we're not following up, if we're not standing out, someone else is going to. So always have that in the back of your mind that you want to stand out. Okay, now this is another topic. I'm trying to go through this fast, but I keep talking too much. So going live is just, how uncomfortable is going live? No, it's getting easier. It's getting easier for me. And Jenny, you've done way more lives, I think, in the past 3 months than maybe ever. Maybe. Okay. So going live, what can help us going live? Make a list of the topics that you want to talk about if it does pertain to the business. So if you want to talk about the your 3 favorite products, make a list and then have your notes with you. No one's going to care if you're looking down at your notes. And if they're down here, no one's going to see that's what you're looking at. So that's one tip. Tara Allridge, if you guys don't follow her or don't look at her, I know you do, Nellie, but her lives are her life and the business is kind of sprinkled in. And so it's really cool because she'll show herself cooking something and then she'll use one of our like essential oils like to cook with. It's the neatest thing. So that's another way to incorporate the business into your lives without feeling uncomfortable. Because if you're in your element and you're doing your thing, like me yesterday, I applied makeup and I showed people that I could set my makeup with our toner. And then at the end, I did a boomerang and I was like, I don't know, something like who wants 40% off or something, and then a poll option. So those type things, just the more you use the products, the more it's going to come across that you're not just trying to sell something. And then another cool thing that was brought out at conference on your live videos is to make that interaction. So if someone's watching and I'm trying to think, you're talking about how sleepy you are, but how before keto coffee didn't cut it. Have a question in there, like who in the world isn't awake until their coffee? Drop a coffee emoji down below. So that's the interaction that like you don't think is doing anything, but it's making the people that interact come back and watch your videos. So little things like that. Once again, it's that thinking outside the box. It's the getting out of your comfort zone and making a difference like that. And then some of our sideline sisters on like under Tara, they're interviewing each other. They're interviewing each other about the products and about the business. So that's something that we can do now is Instagram Live allows us at the same time to do, what do you call that? I guess interview, but for 2 people to like go live at the same time. But whoever films it, I think like whoever starts it, that's whose page it's going to be on. So say for instance, Nellie, if I interviewed you about keto coffee, then it would show up on my live, on my feed. What do you call that? On my storyline, and then vice versa. Did you want to say something, Jenny? Or are you just looking? Okay. And then 2, I've done this before, is on your lives, you can address misconceptions. Okay. We're in this business because we love it and we want to make an income, but two people are watching us to see if we're going to stick with it or if we're just going to fall off the face of the earth. So if people see us, they want to know, like, okay, so they're obviously doing this for a reason, but in their mind, they have doubts and they're thinking we're a scam, we're this, we're that. Talk about all of that. Talk about the elephant in the room, basically. If you feel like some of your followers think you're a scam, talk about it. Do a little bit of research. Find out. Our CEO was in Forbes magazine as being a totally debt-free, multi-level marketing company. And people sometimes hear the word multi-level marketing and think it's a scam. But really, it's just because they're ignorant and they don't know. And they believe everything they hear. So talking about misconceptions is awesome. Okay, now let me get in these other notes. Oh, let me see here. Actually, she talks about it on here. Okay, so some of the conference stuff that we got, really good information here. So in your area, let me ask real quick. Yesenia, you live in Marshall? Was that yes? Okay, so Yesenia and Yahara, those are two friends signed up together. You guys could do events together. Did you know that? You could literally hold an event, free event. If you live in an apartment complex like me, you could literally have an event in the apartment complex lobby or like their whatever room and set up a little table with some products and do a sample party. And all it takes is just timing it. And Nellie, even though maybe you had your husband on your team, so you guys could do the same thing. And it doesn't take a lot of money. Really all it does is it takes effort to get it together. So events is nice because in your area, say for instance, if you want to sign up distributors, you want to grow your team, how cool would it be to have a local team? Have people that you can get together like Jenny and I. We get together and we work together and it's fun. It's a whole lot better when you have people next to you to do that. So events, trade shows, expos, all of those are great ways to get in the community, get kind of like that brand, those products out there, and then of course talk about the business too. Let's see here. Okay, so talked about that. This is another good thing too. I've been guilty of this, and it's the auto shipment aspect, and it's when you don't make it a priority, what happens? So when you don't have product on hand, someone said this on stage, if you're out of product, you're out of business, because one, you can't send samples, and two, you can't show videos and pictures of you using anything because you don't have it. So one thing, when we're working our business in a way that's going to make us money, we're going to have the money to spend on product. And that's the benefit of the whole thing. We don't, the company, the CEO, no one wants us to buy products to get paid. We want to get paid so we can get the products. So that's something I thought was really, really just, I never thought about it like that. And it's like easy info, but I just never thought of it. So our company is also a results-driven company. So results meaning what happens to us after we try products, you know, whether it's pictures of the way we look or it's us giving our personal testimony on how we feel. So our stories, our profile, everything can be like our diary. We literally can use that to put out there what the products are doing, because that's what people care about. They don't care about a whole lot except, okay, they're talking about this all the time. What is it actually doing for them? So putting your pictures, your videos, your testimonies is going to help other people. Let's see here. Now this just happened the other day, and they talked a lot about upselling. So basically if someone's interested in keto coffee, instead of just settling for them buying only keto coffee, try to talk to people more. And this is going to come in handy when you're using your voice messaging, is talk to people more so about what else they can pair it with to get better results, to spend less money, and to feel better. Okay. I was talking to someone, here's an example. She wanted to lose weight, but she really didn't talk much about like how much is the cost until the very end. And so she wanted to do a detox. She wants to kind of like get a better lifestyle going. So she talked about the cleanse. I gave her all the information, never talked about cost until the very end. And then she was like, yeah, I think the wraps would be good. What else do you think would help me? And so since I knew her goals, I already had her goals down, her why she wanted to try products. I talked about the wraps because 1, the wraps, we all know they give good results. 2, the wraps have a high BV. And so for us, that's great whenever it comes to promoting, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to fill these boxes. We're trying to put volume there. So it's thinking, again, bigger. It's not, oh, let me just get a customer fast before she says no. No, it's more than that. And so once she said what she did, she literally was like, man, those results are awesome because I sent a picture. So then I put in my head, how much is this going to be for her to be a loyal customer if I combine the wraps and the cleanse? It came out to $96 as a loyal customer. I looked up what Target Trio was, and Target Trio with Fat Fighters, a pack of wraps, and the cleanse was $94. So I pushed one more product, talked about the product first before the cost. And once she knew, wow, Fat Fighters does this, this, and this, she was sold. And then I told her the cost. And she was like, I told her the difference. I said, if you did just the wraps and the cleanse, it's going to be this, but $2 less and you get Fat Fighters. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I turned it into like upselling without talking costs first. And that's where we lose people, is if you straight up send that, they don't care because they don't know anything about the product, what it does, or the results. So upselling is not only helping them get their results better and faster, it's helping us promote. So let's see here. We can also say too, if it's someone, say with samples, someone loves the samples. If we're trying to make them or help them become a customer, we can say, when you're ready to purchase from my store, you can get my discount on the whole store. Because I think people with their 90-day challenge, they get confused. They think for those 90 days, they can order just that one product. So with sampling, if they love keto coffee and greens, you can say, awesome, I know you love those, but just in case you want to change it up, just know when you're ready to become a customer, you're going to get my discount on the entire store. And we have like, I don't even know how many products, 50 or something. So we can throw that in there too. And then we always want to ask about their health, their goals, their health, if they have any allergies, get all that information. And the more you get to know them, the better. But one top leader asks 2 questions every time, literally just 2. She asks, how much are you wanting to lose weight? And do you drink coffee? That's it. So literally those 3 things. And after she does that, and she talks about everything, like what the products do, she, how do I say this? She breaks down the price per day. So I'm going to do that real quick. Keto coffee per day, because you get 15 packets. I'm going to divide 39 by 15, $2.60 a day. So if they're like a Starbucks addict and they're already purchasing Starbucks daily, they're going to be getting a bigger deal ordering just keto coffee. So I think doing that helps them see we're not that expensive. Okay. So when people ask us, what do we do? Simple answer that one of the top leaders said, I help people get healthy naturally. And it's true. All of our stuff, the ingredient base. I mean, it's so simple. We know all the ingredients in the products. There's not like a xanthan gum or something crazy that like we've never heard of. It's literally natural, fruit, veggie based. So that's an easy answer. I help people get healthy naturally. Part of the upselling too is have in the back of your mind, no 30 BV. So lots of people try ordering Wow, which is the wipe away wrinkles. It's 5 BV. I don't think I've sold that ever unless someone accessed their auto shipment themselves, found it, and added it to their order. So if we have that mindset, no 30 BV, we're going to be thinking more. And that'll come naturally the more we talk to people. Let's see. This is a great thing if you have a really happy, excited customer that loves the product, we can tell them, like say for instance, we have enough volume, but we need distributors, and you want someone on your team that's a go-getter that loves the product, you can say this to an LC. I love partnering with my customers. So would you want to just keep trying the product or make money while trying them? So that could be something that we can incorporate. A lot of people are going to say like they're happy with what they do or whatever. That's just natural for some people. They don't want to do anything yet, but it just, once again, it means not right now. It doesn't mean no, never. And I'm going to actually start doing that because I really do have some good customers, but I'm like, girl, like you're so cute online and your, social media is so cute. Like you'd be great at what I do. So I'm going to start doing that. Let's see here. Okay. So that's a new DT. If a new DT quits or they talk about quitting, I don't know if this has happened with you guys, send them their why. And the reason why I'm saying that is at the very beginning, when we're talking to them before enrolling them, we need to figure out their why. Like, why are they joining? Why do they want to make money? Why this company? So on and so forth. And get like deep in, like figure them out so you can almost become like their best friend. That has been something that I have struggled with because I feel so like, I don't know what you call it, maybe doubtful. Like I'm in doubt of myself. It doesn't have to do with anybody. But I think getting out of your comfort zone, meeting them, knowing them, it's going to help your business. But when they think about quitting, you're going to be able to send them their why and remind them why they started. Remind them like what they did to get here to begin with. And a lot of the top leaders said that. That note was taken at I think that was the first day. So for 2 days straight, that's what we heard. Like, make sure you know your customers and your distributors. Okay. And did you guys know that whenever someone signs up as a distributor now, they're able to choose their business builder kit, like the packs and the products? Did you guys know that? No? Okay, no problem. They can pick their own products. So we can kind of gear like who that person is and what they want. And so when they sign up or they enroll as a distributor, they're going to be able to choose, I think it's between like keto coffee, skincare, and something else. I don't exactly know. But that's really cool because we can cater it. I put in my post today, my, excuse me, my actual like post, what people would get for $20. And then on there, I said customized business builder kit. Because before, what was it, like a sample pack? That's still an option, but now I think they have the keto coffee and like skincare. I should really know that before I did this Zoom. But anyways, I think that's really cool. Let me get to my notes real quick. Okay, so what else? Oh, I love this. One girl said, one top leader, it's all about a comparison because how many of us, like we go to like the top leaders and we see all of that they do and the amazing life they live and we compare, and that's like it just breeds negativity because we cannot compare ourselves with anyone. We are our own person. We're unique, and people that follow us like us as an individual, not me trying to be like Cheyenne Knox. So one person said, stay in your lane. When you're running your business, don't look over here. If this person distracts you, unfollow them. They're probably not going to know that you unfollowed them, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. But if someone literally gets in your way, just remove whatever distraction it is, because that's essentially what it is, and get back in your lane and keep doing you. I thought that was really cool. So now when I think this was Cheyenne that talked about this. When you go live on Facebook or Instagram, make sure that the timing is right. So this is a good example. If you want to talk about the business opportunity, if you want to talk about, say there's a promo code and you want to enroll like a lot of people, make sure your business opportunity live is maybe Sunday night. Because Sunday night comes, what are people thinking about? They're thinking about how fun this weekend was, but dang it, I have to go to work tomorrow. And so if you do that live video, you're going to be talking about all the cool things about working from your phone, or I'm going to be able to sleep in tomorrow and everyone else is going to have to go to work. This company like changes lives. I've been able to retire myself or whatever. You go on and talk about that on a Sunday night. Now products, we can talk about those, like I would say meal times, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. The shake you can use for breakfast, a snack. You can show people how you make it and what it does for you. Keto coffee, that's totally a good morning live. Or replacing like one of your meals with one of our shakes and make it like a smoothie. So doing things like that, I think, is a little bit smarter marketing, because you're targeting people that are in their fields in that moment. So I love the business opportunity one Sunday, because that's just like a no-brainer. Like, people are dreading work on Monday. Why not talk about this business? So I thought that was really cool. And then leave a call to action. So the call to action basically means you're telling them what to do. You're telling them to message you. You're telling them, vote on my poll. Don't ever leave something out there to be wishy-washy. Like, message me if you're interested. No, like, create a poll and say, vote on my poll, or create something and say, message join for more info, or message 2019 for my VIP code. Like, tell them. That's the call to action. And it should be on every story, like at the end when you're summing it all up. The wishy-washy part, that's like not steering them away. I forget how they said it. It's not putting that urgency on it. So let's see. Oh, it says, when messaging, I think we all do good on this, of course, but when messaging, be friendly, be excited, and talk about what it's done for you. Even, this is a cool thing. One of the top leaders said, my first paycheck was $7, and I'm not kidding. Was it 7 or 12? It's 7 or 12. And she was like, I was so proud of that $12. And after that, I made a $20 paycheck. And after that, it was $5. I was proud of every single paycheck. So that girl being that proud made me like convinced, like, if I wasn't already in the business, like, I would join for $12. She is so happy and proud of it. Like, I want that. And it was like $12. And on stage, that's what she exuded. She exuded, I don't know if that's the right word, but she showed excitement. And I thought that was so, so, so important, because sometimes we're not always excited, but if we're talking to others about this business, we're portraying something. So what do you want to portray? Who do you want to be? Okay, so then this last one was interaction. Whenever we want love shown on our photos, we want likes, comments, we need to ask ourselves, are we doing the same thing? Now, I'm real bad at this, so I'm definitely going to improve in this area. And interacting is not just going and liking someone's photo, it's commenting. It's, saying something that's pretty genuine, like, hey, girl, I love that jacket. Where did you get it from? And then, of course, the people that are looking at that at their own picture, they're going to comment back. So I think that interaction is going to help the views on your personal page go up, and it's going to help you just keep in that algorithm that we need to be in to be successful. Let's see. Now, what I did was I also got some tips from some ladies on our team that are promoting like lightning, like at lightning speeds. And I'm just like, okay, the world is spinning here and I'm not doing nothing. What are you guys doing? So I went to them today and I got some tips. So I'm going to go through these really quickly, because I don't want this to be over an hour. And I think I'm kind of close to that. So Saray, you guys have probably heard of Saray. She is awesome with what she's doing, and I just picked her brain today. So basically what she does as a leader, she is 100% a leader. Natural born leader. So everything that she says, I'm like, I need to become that if I'm not it already. So what she does is, on her team, she creates chats, and her chats are for her teams, the people that she enrolls, to get to know each other. So Yesenia and Nelly, same thing. It's like you guys getting to know one another, because you guys can be accountability buddies. You guys are both kind of on the same, you didn't sign up at the same time, but you're working towards like a similar goal, going Ruby. So you guys getting to know one another, get each other's phone number, talk outside of the chat rooms, and really work toward these promotions. Because I tell you what, if you don't have that person, you're literally going to fizzle. And that's where other motivation comes in, is you hear from someone, like they care enough to follow up with you. Like, I need to get my butt in gear. That's what Jenny does. Jenny does that to me sometimes, and I'm like, crap, like, no, I didn't work on that, but thanks for reminding me, and it's a fun thing. It's really a fun thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I don't have as big of a team as some of these other girls, but that's okay. We're a smaller team. That means we can get more intimate and more, it can be special. So starting that. They also do one that's basically like, it creates encouragement. It also has competition. So we can create friendly competitions. And as y'all's leader, I'm going to start doing this where there's basically like a daily competition. So we're always working towards something, whether it's small or big or whatever. And then let's see here. She does newbie to Ruby. So all of you guys are essentially kind of within this bracket where we're going to start pairing you guys with like-minded girls. So you guys are all working together. And I think that's so cool because if I was in a group with people working toward Emerald, not someone working toward like ambassador, like the top rank, like I would feel out of my element. So feeling like you're in the same element is going to help you guys keep like supercharged. So we're going to do that. Self-development. Do you guys like to read? Like just a nod is good, like yes or no. Do you like to read? Not really. Okay, that's okay. So YouTube videos. Self-development on YouTube is exploding. Podcasts, I'm sure you guys have seen some podcasts or heard about them. Do something, a little bit of something every day. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be long. And I think what's really cool is starting self-development early in the day. It sets the tone for the whole day. And if you're developing, if you have that positive mindset, it's like, I don't know. There's books out there that's like self-development 365. 365 days of self-development changes the game. And I kid you not, that's what I heard most of all at conference. It was people, once they started doing that, that's when everything changed. So whether you just Google YouTube self-development, you type that in, just click whatever you see, and then just get on that train, self-development train. So, and if I have anything, I'm going to share it in those group chats too. That way I can hopefully encourage you guys too. Leading by example, you guys now, y'all are leaders. Nellie, I know you enrolled your sister. It doesn't matter too if people fall off. It doesn't matter if people do not want this business. You are going to continue enrolling customers and continue enrolling distributors. You're never going to stop. So if you have someone that you really had faith in, you loved, you wanted to be part of this, it's like that Ariana Grande song, thank you, next. If they leave, appreciate the time that they spent, and you move on. Because you're never going to stop because one person did, and they don't dictate your paycheck. I mean, kind of dictate your paycheck, but not really. If you're going to get more people, you're going to just keep rocking and rolling. And so when you do become a leader, you're going to have to lead by example. This past, a few months, I've had a difficult time. Like I sent in the text messages just with the death in the family and just lack of motivation. So that's where I failed you guys. And so in turn, what happened? You probably didn't have the best month ever. So I think a lot of it has to do with leading. I think a lot of this is totally, if you're excited about something, you're going to feed off of your team, and your team is going to take that and run. And if you're not providing it, your team's not going to do anything. So that was a big lesson I learned. And instead of telling people what to do, show them what to do. So I'm telling you guys right now, like, it's great, go live. But if I'm not doing it, I know you're not going to do it. So I'm really having to okay, chill out, Katie, just do it. Get through the live and it'll be fine. So leading by example is really going to benefit you guys. Oh, okay. This is another one, and I know I've asked before, but I can't remember. Do you guys speak Spanish, or do you predominantly speak English or Spanish? I'm going to unmute you guys so you can tell me. Nellie, do you speak Spanish or English?
Both English and Spanish.
Okay. How about you, Yesenia? Both? Okay. So basically with those two, I'll meet you guys now. Saray has started a Spanish speaking group chat and Facebook group basically. So if you guys enroll someone that wants to pretty much run their business more on the Spanish aspect, that's really cool, because second quarter of this year, we're going to fully open in Mexico, and we can enroll distributors in Mexico. So that is so awesome. So if you guys have them, you can tell me or Saray and get them involved on that Spanish Facebook group, because we want everybody to be kind of using their business to what they want. I don't speak Spanish, so it would be very hard for me to be in that group, but we want to tailor it to everyone. And I'm so happy that she did that. And then another thing too on getting the self-development underway is find top leaders that truly inspire you and try mirroring them. You don't have to necessarily copy and paste their live post because we can't really do that, but find someone that just like fires you up. I have a couple of my favorites and I can put that in our group, but if you guys find your own, like just keep watching them and just follow in their footsteps too, because they're up at the top for a reason and what they're doing works. Another thing is loving on your team. So one thing that I'm going to improve on is this, along with the leading by example, because once you have a team, you're going to want to keep that team. So loving on them, telling them they're doing a good job, doing shout outs, even with the competitions I mentioned earlier, like say for instance, we're in our group chat and I set a competition like, hey guys, whoever can get 2 customers by tomorrow, I'm going to give a free gift. Whoever can get there the fastest, get them the fastest, and then I'll send a reward. You guys, once you get your team, you're going to be doing the same thing, because loving on your team, giving incentives, it's going to keep them excited and motivated to keep like running their business. Okay, and then of course, getting gifts for great goals. The company also is going to give us gifts for promoting. If we promote to Ruby, we're going to get a bracelet with like a little, I'll have to find the picture. It's like a little disc, and in the disc, there's like a ruby, like diamond looking thing. If you go emerald, you're going to get a disc to go on that bracelet. If you go diamond, or did I say that? If you go emerald, diamond, basically every promotion, you're going to get a little link on there. And that's the company doing it. So of course we need to be doing that as like our team promotes. And then once you hit, I think it's like diamond and above, it could be emerald and above, they do like a It Works leather like purse. And then you go double diamond and they give you luggage tags with It Works on it. So everything that essentially we're getting from the business aspect is all like marketing strategies. Because if you're wearing a bracelet and someone looks down, they could potentially ask you, what is that? Where'd you get that? And they're all one of a kind. So you can't get them anywhere else. So that was super cool. Oh, goodness. And then, say you have someone sign up tonight. Okay. When you're thinking as a leader, how do I need to train these people? Get them to do these things. First off, we're going to get them to start messaging everyone that they know. So one vital thing is getting them to print that 100s list in the document library. That 100s list is just blank spots, 1 through 100, that they write down everyone that they know. And they can be thinking, who can I think of that would be a good customer? Who do I think would love coffee, keto coffee? Who likes skincare? And think like that versus just think of 100 random people and put them on a piece of paper. Like have a target, have a mission when you write those people down. And I'm going to actually go through it myself because I need to update it. I've met like new people and people that, at my gym where I work, people that are interested in health and wellness. So I think that's really key in helping yourself like grow your network. And then when we think about potential distributors, we can ask ourselves, of everyone that I know, who is like an influencer, who has like a large following on Instagram? And it may not be anybody that you know, but someone that you've seen, like someone that you follow and you skim past and you're like, they have 10,000 followers. Like, what are they doing? People like that you could approach about the business. And then another thing is when they newly enroll, teaching them how to talk to people. And that's going to come in, it's going to be a little bit more easy when you guys start using the voice messaging, or if you'd rather FaceTime, you're going to be able to kind of get more comfortable with that. And then, this is another thing that I'm going to start doing because I've never done this, but Saray in her group chats, she asks her team questions. And when she sees, like when you go through your thing and you're like, a lot of people are online right now, I'm going to ask them questions. She basically asks like, hey guys, out of these products, which ones have collagen? And it's almost like a test to see like who knows their stuff, basically. And in turn, that can lead to rewards and gifts and things like that. So Saray was all about like loving on her team, set the intentions of like self-development, knowing your team, knowing everyone, getting to know one another, and then giving incentives so they continue to like work well. And that's pretty much it. Like that's literally, let's see. One more thing for new people that enroll as distributors. Getting them to message day one is super key. Like just get them in there, get them familiar with it. You tell them, this is what you tell them. Screenshot every conversation and send it to me so I can help you reply. If you don't screenshot the conversations, I can't help you. Because if someone, think for instance, if someone's like text messaging you this whole entire message, like so-and-so said this, this, and this, so they asked me about this, what does that mean? And you're just like, I don't exactly know what was said. Screenshot it so I can see the whole thing. If someone's not comfortable doing that, tell them right off the bat, I can't help you. I'm sorry. This is not efficient use of your time or my time. If you could send me a screenshot, it would be super easy for me to see the entire conversation. And you can say it like, regardless of what you said, like we're all going to say something we screw up on, we mess up, and that's okay. Tell them and make it mandatory that they screenshot what they say. And if you guys need help replying, you screenshot it and send it to me. And Nelly, you do great at it. Yesenia, I know it's probably something a little bit newer, but the more you screenshot stuff and send it to me and you hear what I say back, it's going to help you guys, of course, reply. So day one, message. So they enroll, get them messaging. Day two, help them make a post. You're going to help them make a post. So what you're going to say is about their story. Like, what product are you going to want to talk about today? Like, I know you've seen me talk about keto coffee. Like, what interests you? Make it fun for them. Like, just turn it around. It's not it is a job, but make it fun. And then, let's see, host a post. Day three, get them to do a host a post, which is essentially putting a picture on their feed. And then the caption can say something like, what am I trying to say here? Whoever's interested in a free product, drop your favorite emoji. So everyone that drops an emoji, you're going to message or a voice message, and you're going to say, hey girl, I saw you're interested in getting some free product. This is the deal. And then you tell them basically what a host a post is. So if they're interested, they'll host a post for you. And then you're going to train your distributors to keep track of those people. Like whether it's on a piece of notebook paper, their phone, like whatever it is that makes them organized, you're going to help them to be able to, once again, follow up and get people enrolled. So, oh my gosh, I think I literally went over an hour. Did I? Does it tell me anywhere? It doesn't tell me. Okay, so let me see. That was a lot of information, I know. But do you guys have any questions? I unmuted you, so if you want to ask me something, feel free. No? Okay. Well, that's cool.
I don't know what to ask, Katie. I'm sorry.
I know. It's a lot of information.
I'm trying to think. I always think to say something at the last minute when we're always finished with the Zoom thing.
No,
sorry.
And it's a lot of information. So what I'm going to be working on, because I enrolled a new distributor yesterday, I'm going to try to do these things more often, even if I have to record them and post them, for instance, people that can't be on here. Because I know 5 other people wanted to watch this but couldn't get on the day it was. So I'm going to do that, post that. If you guys too, like, need help with any little thing, like the conference helped me see what I was lacking in. So now that I know, like, dang, I was doing I call it piss poor job, but I was doing a bad job. So anything that you guys need, just know that if you want to call me, FaceTime, whatever, I'm here. Is he getting fussy?
Yes, he just woke up.
Aw. Well, I'll let you guys go. Like I said, I'm going to post this on YouTube, and then I'm going to create those group chats. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited, and you guys are going to do awesome. Just, it's kind of getting out of the comfort zone aspect that I think we all need to do. Hope you guys have a good day.
Bye.